Upstate Golf Guys, we're back again. Grip it, rip it, let it fly. We play to win, never lay up. That's the play. From tee to green, golfing every day. With RGB, scram. 518, Mikey and Anthony. Pin high dreams, feel the breeze. Fairways calling down the tees. Roll it smooth, Lombardi's tight. Drip on the green, yeah, we're rolling right. Addicted to gold, we're on the dance floor. Tee it up once, then we want more. Swing and shine, we're keeping score. Tee it up once, then we want more. Hey, then we want more. Hey, then we want more. Early shots at Fair Park, rise and grind. Upstate crew locked in that perfect line. From sun swings to twilight fades. Upstate vibes, no charades. Anthony's on the mic, passion's pure. Golfing crew, that's the cure. Addicted to gold, we're on the dance floor. Hit that fade, then chase for more. For Upstate heart, we ride the score. Tee it up once, then we want more. Oh, then we want more. Oh, then we want more.
And welcome back to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys Podcast. I hope everybody had a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. I definitely filled up on some corned beef and cabbage. I don't know about you over there, Raj, but we have it once a year. It's pretty good. My wife does a good job with it.
Absolutely, brother. I'm 100% Irish, so you know I got into it.
Well, you know me, I'm Italian. Lucky I didn't do sausage and peppers today for St. Patrick's Day. But, man, we got a fun couple of guests on with us today, a really special father-daughter duo. One of them is a familiar face that many of you will instantly recognize from television, while the other is quickly making a name for herself in the world of golf. Of course, I'm talking about Scott and Bailey Baio. Many people know Scott from his roles as Chachi on Happy Days and from his hit sitcom Charles in Charge. But today, we're not here to talk about television. Today, we're talking about golf. These days, Scott has taken on the role he might enjoy even more than acting, being Bailey's caddy and her number one fan. BB is a standout junior golfer who has worked her way into the national conversation and is already committed to playing D1 golf at Providence College. BB's passion for the game, her work ethic, and her journey she's on in competitive junior golf is really impressive. And what makes her story even better is that Scott is right there beside her every step of the way, carrying the bag, walking the walk, and supporting her both as a dad and as a caddy. Today, we're going to talk about Bailey's path in golf, what it's like competing on a high level as a junior, her upcoming move to the college game, and what it's like having your dad on the bag. So let's get into it. Scott and Bailey, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Well, Bailey, I'm going to start with you because you're the star of today's show, not your dad, just so you know. We're going to start with you. First off, I have to ask, I know it was a very young age. When did you start the game of golf?
I started when I was 3 years old, and my dad actually got me into the game of golf because whenever my mom went to go shop or get her hair and nails done, she would pretty much say, "Here you go. Go entertain Bailey." And I wanted to play dolls, but my dad did not want to play dolls. So what he'd do is he would take me to the golf course, and I would hit a ball, go run down a hill, play in a bunker. I built sandcastles in the bunkers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So great. I love hearing it. Now, I mean, you got into the competitive game at a really young age, didn't you?
Yes, I think my first tournament was a 9-hole tournament for U.S. kids, and I think it was 7.5 or 8 years old.
Wow. That's amazing. And I mean, I'm just looking at my daughter who's 9. She's just, learning really to swing the club and to be out there actually competing and actually know the game, know the ethics of the game is really impressive at 7.5. That's so cool, Bailey. What would you say the biggest difference is for you when you're playing competitive golf or just out there with your dad playing around?
I would say obviously I'm a lot more competitive when I'm in tournaments, and when I'm with my dad, sometimes I just like mess around a little bit. I do always try to beat him though.
You gotta, of course.
No offense.
Scott, how long you've been playing, Scott, all your life? I mean, since you've been acting, or is it something you started later in life?
I probably started in my late 20s.
Okay.
A friend of mine asked me to go play golf, and okay. And
Yeah.
I was not bad. I'm pretty athletic, so hit the ball pretty well, but didn't know what I was doing.
So what made you think of golf? I mean, when Bailey was just 3 years old.
Well, at that point, 2010? You were 3, 4, 2010?
Like 3.5.
Yeah, like 2010 or 11. I was playing quite a bit. We lived, I belonged to two different clubs. I belonged to one club, and then we moved, and there was a country club. You could walk to it from our house. And I was out there a lot. And I didn't know what other sport I could do with her. So I said, let's go play some golf. And, to a kid, it just looks like a big park, right?
Sure.
And there's sprinklers going and there's stuff happening. So, and it was, like an adventure. And that's kind of where golf, because I was playing a lot, and I didn't know where to go. I don't want to go on a swing with her, and it just seemed like, oh God, okay, and climb the pole. We did that too, but and the reason that I kept doing it was, first of all, I could not play dolls, like Bailey said. I could not sit on the floor, and I just would lose my mind. But from the very first time she picked up a club, she hit the ball. And I went, okay. Maybe she's
actually good at this.
Yeah, and then I would, hit the
Like
ball
20 yards.
But it didn't matter. You were this big and you hit the ball in the air. And I was like, well, that's pretty good. And she had a very easy swing. So I just kept going.
Hey, listen, sometimes when you got it, you got it. And I think you made the right choice, because I've watched her swing the club, and I'll tell you what, she could absolutely stroke it. Bailey, when did you realize, okay, I'm actually good at this sport? I'm out here competing and kicking butt. When did you actually realize that?
That's actually a really good question. No one's ever asked me that. I would say when I was like 10 years old, I thought, oh, maybe I can I can do this as a career, because I've been playing for 15 years now, technically. But when I was 10, like, I wasn't the best of all the kids I would compete with, but I wasn't the worst. And I knew that, like, I was also really small for my age. But I think I realized, like, 10 or 11 that I can actually do this as a career, and like I wanted to go to college for golf.
I think I can. Let me try to answer that, because maybe it's easier for me.
Yeah, I don't.
Please.
No, it's you're being you.
No, she answered it great, but chime in, Scott, please.
Were you doing PGA Junior League when you were 10 or 11? I think you were. When you play for the Flags?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so she would play for Flags, and they won. Her team won. And they won because of what just so happened what Bailey had done. She won. I don't know if you know what PGA Junior League is. You play for Flags.
It's a match. It's
match play.
It's a scramble.
So
it's like,
okay.
But she won like 2 holes on her own.
Carried the team.
Yeah, and she was.
Okay. There's a thing. Sorry. I was the only girl at my country club that played golf.
Yeah.
And they would always put me with the boys. And I had like no issue with it, because I just knew, like, I don't want to sound cocky, but like I knew I can beat them, because now I can't, because obviously they are stronger and they hit the ball a lot further. But back whenever we're both 10 years old, like I just knew I can beat them. And I think I realized I was good whenever I became the PGA All-Star, because then you go on to the next level for the PGA. And I think I was 3 years in a row.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So she won a couple of these things and thought,
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm pretty good at this game.
And Bailey, what you just said there reminds me a little bit. I have an 8-year-old daughter, and she plays basketball right now. And we practice co-ed practice with the boys. And she's in 3rd grade, but she plays in the 4th and 5th grade team going against the boys. She's not intimidated out there because she's confident, and she, like, you walked up to the tee box with confidence. It's kind of how my daughter is on the court, because she knows she can hold her own. And it's gonna, like, that probably just translated as you went on in your career, knowing that no matter who you're competing against, especially if you can hang with the boys, you can hang with anybody in your age bracket, especially.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, I remember a lot of the parents were like, "Oh, who's this girl with the big JoJo bows in her hair and the long, like the funky socks that are like knee-high socks?" And I had pigtails with a visor, and like, they were like, "Who is this?"
she was out hitting these.
And I was out
girls.
hitting them, and I was outplaying them.
That's
I mean,
great.
she hit the ball surprisingly far for a little girl.
Our amateur tour is actually co-ed, but the women will play the women's tees, but they might be competing in the same flight. And actually, a woman won at the regional. I think it was down in South Carolina, but I saw she beat all the guys. It was sea flight, but still, she threw out like a 79 and a 78 both rounds. And I said, hey, kudos to her, man. You know, she may be playing up a little bit, but listen, she still has to do what she did around the green. She still has to make those putts, and she won. She won fair and square. So I think that's awesome. I love to hear. What? Go ahead.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
I was just gonna say what? Go ahead, Raj.
I was gonna say, Bailey, it looks like you have a pretty athletic swing. Do you play any other sports?
I just did swim
For a couple of years.
I was on swim team. Okay. I didn't really do any team sports. I did dance, and I skied.
Okay.
I love skiing, especially here in upstate New York.
Very fluent swing. I'm looking at some of your videos now.
Oh,
yeah. Now, Bailey, I noticed you're pretty tall. You said you were smaller back then when you played with the boys, but you're pretty tall now, I think, for your age. I might have seen you next to a couple, a couple of your friends or your family. And how tall are you?
I'm 5'8", and I'm still growing, because whenever with my wrist injury, they had to do an MRI, and they saw that my growth plate's still open, so I'm still growing.
Okay.
Yeah,
how's that injury healing? You said you were getting there pretty close to healed up.
Yes, I'm about 93%.
Good.
I went to the doctor today, and that's what she said.
Good. Well, I'm glad you are almost at 100%. And now I know you were down at PGA National competing in the Under Armour Winter Championship. Yeah. And you competed injured, right? I mean, but you still went out there and did your thing.
Yeah, it wasn't my best tournament. It wasn't the way I wanted to finish. It was my first tournament with new equipment, because I'm getting fitted now for clubs, and instead in the summer before I go to college. Honestly,
she was hurt bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
She didn't tell me.
Well,
yeah, I also re-injured it because I hit a root on the second day. But honestly, I'm just happy I just played through it.
If that happens again, though, your dad's right, because you don't want to overdo it, and then you could injure yourself, for a longer time or permanently, which God forbid. But
especially with college on the horizon.
That's it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Providence, that you are officially committed, coming up to the Northeast, huh?
Yep. I didn't expect myself going up there, but it no, it was a beautiful campus when I went, and it was one of the schools that had everything on my checklist, especially because I'm dyslexic, and even though I make straight A's, it's very hard for me to make straight A's because I have to work a lot harder than other kids. And I would say I didn't want to be on a campus that had 40,000 kids.
Mhm.
I thought that was in lecture halls. That was I want to be a name, not a number. So I just fell in love with it. The coach came and watched me played at Mission Inn. Out of all the courses, I don't know why Mission Inn.
Do you know Mission Inn?
Do
you know Mission Inn? It's
I know off the top
one of
of my
the
head.
toughest
Tough,
golf
really
courses
hard course.
You'll ever see.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
very
God.
difficult.
Down your way, down in Sarasota, or down?
It's in Howie in the Hills, like Orlando area.
Okay.
Okay.
But the coach came and watched me play, and he offered me an official visit, which is where you only get one official visit per college, like per like each college. So that's where they pay for everything, and they just want you to come and it's see what it's like on campus with the kids that are like they're not in summertime, so like in school. And I fell in love with it. I thought it's a very beautiful campus. And the athletic program is amazing because it's in the Big East Conference, and I'm a big hockey fan, so I'm happy they have hockey.
I was just gonna say I saw they have a good hockey program. They usually have a really good basketball program, but I know they're not. I don't think they're in the tournament this year. I didn't see them.
I don't think so.
But
it is a beautiful campus. I used to go out to. I played AAU basketball, and we used to go out there, Westerly, Rhode Island, which is basically right next door. And that campus was one of my favorites. That was actually like the first big arena when I was a youngster. I was like 13 or 14. We got to play and was at Providence in the championship game.
Cool.
Yeah, that's one of I love it out there. That was my favorite trip out there to like Westerly area. It's really nice out that way. Very nice.
Absolutely. Are you ready for some cold winters, Bailey?
I'm ready. I love the snow.
All right. Hey, bring your skis and hit up some mountains up here in the Northeast. I mean, you're skipping a hop over to Vermont, some of the best mountains in the Northeast.
Yeah, we don't want her skiing anymore.
Oh, okay. All right.
And not for any other reason. The other reason that she will not slalom.
Well, I think the contract I signed says
you probably can anyways, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Just straight lines, and it's
all right.
It's dangerous.
That's just golfing, man. Just golfing. You'll be doing some of that. What we're famous for, actually, one of my sponsors, Hudson Valley Indoor Golf, is we go to the indoor golf places here all winter long.
Simulators,
to keep our swings in line, and you got to stay loose somehow. You can't be doing it out in the snow, that's for sure. So I don't know.
It might be fun being in the snow.
No, it's not.
No, well, Bailey, you're saying this now until you got to walk from class to class, and it's like 10 degrees out with 30-mile-per-hour winds. It's I promise you, hon, it's not.
But I got heated gear for Christmas, so I'm set.
You're good. All right, Scott, I have one for you. You spent your life in front of cameras. What's more nerve-wracking, acting on set or watching your daughter line up for a 5-footer to win?
Watching her.
Absolutely.
I knew that was going to be the answer. Absolutely.
It's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Period. You guys know it.
I know. I have 2 girls. I mean, mine are a little younger. Not. It's funny. You had a reel earlier or a video talking about your gray hair, and it kind of reminded me of myself because my gray hair did not start until I had daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a full head of black hair, and then I had daughters and starting going gray as well. So
what video the video we just did today?
Yeah. I said, man, kids do that to you. Bailey, what is your best part of your game right now?
I would say my driver and irons.
All right. So if you could pick to either never miss a fairway again or never miss a 4-foot putt again, which one are you choosing?
4-foot putt.
Yeah, that's an easy answer. Right? That would be my answer as well.
I'm going the fairway because I can't get off the tee to save my life.
Wow, that's an interesting question.
How about you, Scott? Would you rather hit that fairway every time down the middle or never miss that 4-footer?
In all honesty, I'm not at this level. To me, the last time I actually putted for real was like 5 years ago. When I'm on the green, I go, I'm a 2-putt, and I get off the green because I don't want to hold anybody up. But if I was, you see me play with me. If I'm 10 feet, it's good. I play just to enjoy the company and to hit good shots. But if I had to answer your question, I think I'd be with Roger. I want to be in the fairway all day long.
Love it. I think I'm with Bailey. I would take the 4-foot putts because that's where I get the yips. I can make it to the green off the rough, and if I don't make the fairway, but man, I'll miss those 4-footers all day, and you lose a lot of strokes when you miss those.
Yes,
lose a lot of strokes. Bailey, what is your favorite? Not necessarily competitively, just what's your favorite course that you've played on to this day?
Oh,
it's one out here.
It's between two. It's probably between Concession and Sherwood.
Okay.
They're
both.
Did you say competitively?
No, I said not competitive. Either one, not necessarily. I said just
same designer of the same course designer.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you played Concession, you guys?
No, never been down. Never been
never
down that
played
way
in Florida.
Have you played Sherwood?
Nope.
No, never in Florida at all.
That's California.
Oh, California, yeah, nah.
Furthest, so I'll be at the furthest. I've been to Disney, but I didn't golf down there. So I've been down to Florida a few times, just not golf. But furthest south I've golfed is going down to Hilton Head.
Nice.
And the furthest west I've gone is Syracuse. Like it's bad. I
got Slick Rock in Texas, and then I played a course down in Aruba. It was the nicest I got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, we also played Marion.
Marion Country Club, Pennsylvania.
Ooh.
Okay, it's between those three.
Marion's beautiful, I heard.
Oh, that was rough.
We played in the midsummer, and we had to walk.
It's 105 degrees.
Ooh.
Oh,
Scott, you were
back with the caddies. They had to carry 2 bags.
I think Scott was. I think my dad was talking about Scott's podcast when he was talking about carrying the bag, and it must have been on one of the hot days. And he was just like, "I am dead right now. I had to carry the bag all weekend long or something." It was something along those lines. But man, I'm sure, have you had to do it a couple days in a row, Scott? After the second day, man, you're cooked.
Luckily, Anthony, they don't make you carry the bag.
You have a push cart.
Because I could not carry the bag. I don't know what's in her bag.
It's heavy,
but it weighs about 140 pounds. And I can't carry, so you push it.
Thank God, right?
And I'm not a young guy, right? And I did a 3-day event with her, and halfway through the second round, I was like, there is no way I can finish this. But somehow I did, and it's rough. It's rough.
It gives you a different outlook to like the
game itself, huh?
No, the guys that really carry the bags for 4 straight days and like these hilly courses over at like
when we played Marion, our guy carried 2 bags.
That's nuts.
God, yeah, no,
That's
that's crazy. So Scott, I was going through some like scrolling to try to get some stories from you guys to talk about. There was a story that Bailey kind of brought up. Then you're like, you guys didn't really talk about it. I want to hear the story when a ranger or the marshal picked up Bailey's ball one time. She's covering her face. What happened there?
No,
I got it. So I started on the back 9. So this is at IMG Country Club because I go to IMG Academy, Sports Academy. They it's like I would say IMG, beautiful campus. They have their own golf course. It's absolutely insane what they have. They have about 12 sports.
That's just like a facility for athletes, right? Because I know I'm a big Miami Hurricanes fan, and we recruit out of IMG all day long.
It's a school.
Yeah, right. But they bring in like all the top like talent from throughout the country. Yeah.
Any person that goes to IMG is spoiled for college.
Okay.
because everything is right there.
Everything's right there. I remember one of my first visits to a college, not Providence, but another college. I was like, "Oh, so where's your driving range?" And they're like, "We don't have
It's 2 miles
we don't
down the
have
road."
one." I'm like, "Oh, well, do you have like an indoor facility, like the simulators, TrackMan?" So like, no, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's
interesting."
A little unsettling, but go ahead, tell the story.
No, so I was on
You're on 2.
I was on hole 2 at IMG. It's a par 5. On the right side, it's
She played the front side. She played the back side first. She started on 10, was coming around.
So she was
So
like
then-
on like 11th hole.
11,
yeah. So the right side of
2.
2 is out of bounds, but there's more room than you think there is. So my miss is a fade on my drive. So I faded it and I see it land, and I know for a fact 'cause I've played IMG.
By the
so
way,
many
she's having a
times.
killer round.
Oh yeah, I was doing.
That makes a
I think
difference.
she was like 1 over after 10 or 11, but go
Ooh.
ahead.
This was like two years ago. But I remember before I even put my club in my bag, this guy drives up to the tee box and hands me my ball and says, "Your ball's out." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, I said, "No, it wasn't." And he's like, "Yeah, your ball was out." And I'm like, "What?"
First of all, we could see it.
We can see my
Yeah.
ball. My ball's
So
not
the ball
out.
landed.
Right.
It wasn't out. And
Was there white stakes though? But you were obviously inside
yeah,
the
I
white
was,
stakes.
I
That's
was
what he
on
was
the,
trying to say.
I was on the
She was
left
inside the
side of the stakes, which
Right,
was
right.
inbounds. And
First of all, it's not up to him. Let you go up and like it's not even
Yeah.
up to him to
well,
do that. If you
USGA rules is the player is the only person who's allowed to touch the ball unless the player gives permission for a rules official to touch the
Right.
ball.
Right.
So my dad was watching me in this tournament and he was upset. I was upset too. But my dad's like, "Bailey, just play, re-hit it, and don't take that. So like, don't listen to him. So
Don't take the stroke.
don't take the stroke."
Right.
And so I hit, fast forward to, I'm on the green and I'm about to putt, and the guy,
But hang on. So while she was playing the hole, I went back to the clubhouse to talk to the officials. And I said, your marshal out there just picked up my kid's ball without her permission and brought it back to the tee box. And they're like, "What?" Go ahead.
So
All
then-
right,
Unheard of.
so
now
my
I go
dad's
back.
coming back. This guy is like 5 feet away from me on the green, yelling at me, "Your ball was out, your ball was out." And I'm like, I'm trying to putt. And then he like says something to my dad, like a rude comment to my dad. And then my dad went, I've never seen him that
did he
mad.
lose it? He lost it.
Oh,
the
he lost
the Italian came out of him.
Yeah, he lost it. So
But
The Brooklyn came out of him.
Yeah. And there's 2 other girls she's playing with. And now I look like the crazy man because this guy is walking up on her, and she was 2 years younger and she doesn't know what to do.
Sure.
And I'm not a tough guy by any stretch, but I'm ready to go with this guy.
Yeah, when it comes to your daughter, absolutely.
Yeah, and I said, you get off the green. Get off and we went back and forth at the end of the round. And
yeah, I would say
they gave her 1 stroke.
penalty. I don't think.
1 stroke off your score.
Oh yeah, instead of
They
like
took it off.
No,
She shot like a 79 and whatever the score was, but it was
Wow.
that was probably one of the craziest like things that's happened to me.
Well,
in golf.
let me ask you something. Were you able to keep your head together from the 12th hole on? Because I mean, that's kind of a lot to take in. You know what I mean? Especially in a competitive round. How did you finish off the round? You don't remember?
I tried, but it was very hard for me
Yeah,
to keep my composure.
sure.
Because I'm not a sensitive person, but like I was crying because this guy was yelling at me. I'm like, "Why are you yelling at me? I'm a
Scott.
16-year-old who doesn't know what's happening."
Oh my God.
I
would've
think
lost
I
my
think
shit.
the marshal had money on one of the other girls that Bailey was playing is what it was, and he was trying to rattle you is what really happened. He
I think it was
scared.
something. I think it was something else, but
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Well,
crazy.
Scott, this one's for you. I've been kind of tuning in. I listened to a couple of your podcasts, and this is golf related. Did Heather Locklear ever take up those free lessons?
No.
For Kevin.
She didn't.
From Kevin over at IMG. No.
No.
No, she
All right. I thought that was funny. She seemed like she was in. She was like, "Oh, great, I'm in."
Yeah,
But,
you got to get down. You got to get down here before you do that.
Yeah, right. No, I hear you. No doubt.
I got a quick one though. Going back to that story, Bailey, with the mental toughness in golf and playing on the competitive side. How do you deal with it's not a necessarily situation like that, but say you're having a bad round in the mental aspect of golf, because that's something people forget about is mentally locking into the game of golf is probably the most important thing. How do you deal with that?
I 100% agree. I think golf's like 95% mental and 5% physical. When I first came to IMG, I was in 9th grade, and my mental game was horrible. When I was 8 years old, if I hit a bad shot, I would cry. So
I get it.
So if I had a bad round, I would cry, and I thought it was the end of the world.
I'm 42 and I still do it. I get it.
Yeah. But I think now my mental has gotten a lot stronger, and I don't really think of the outcome. I think of the process. I just think of the next shot, and I try to have a memory like a goldfish, because a goldfish has a really short memory span.
Yep.
And so I just try to focus on the shot and not the score.
That's
Nice.
great. I love to hear it. Yeah, I mean, I know that, like, what do they say? Like, you have until the next tee box to be mad. Like, that's like they say the rule. And then once you get to the next tee box, forget about it. You know, you can't think about, past holes, because that's what I did last week down in Virginia. And boy, I'll tell you, once I was sitting in, so I did the all-time worst thing you could do. And actually Roger messaged me. He goes, "You playing right now?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in a big tournament." I said, "I'm actually playing well." I shot him where I was at on the leaderboard. I was in 8th out of 45. So I'm in C flight. I'm like a 15-9 handicap. Bailey, you would crush me.
Both of us.
I could put the ball out there, but I'm just your normal 15. I lose a lot around the greens. But I was plus 13 through 15 holes. And I was like four away from the leader. I was in the money at this point, but we had another whole day ahead of us. So, I mean, I shouldn't have even looked at the scoreboard at this point. But the very next hole after I sent Roger the screenshot of the leaderboard, it was the whole course was White State. It was Kings Mill Golf Course in Williamsburg, Virginia. The LPGA actually did play events there. I don't think they still do, but the whole course is White Staked. 16th hole. I didn't even usually, obviously, when you hit an errant shot, you hit a provisional, especially the White Stakes. I thought it was good. It must have hit something, took a hard bounce, but I was literally 6 inches outside of the White Stake. One of the most frustrating things. Yeah,
that was your day right there.
That was it. So I ended up taking a triple on that hole, triple bogey. Then I ended up, very next hole was a par 3. They had it was a Pete Dye course, so a lot of those pop bunkers.
Not Pete Dye, no.
Oh God, the worst. Yeah, plugged it right into the pop bunker. I mean, literally, I don't think Tiger could have got out of this thing. So I just hit it as hard as I could, got it back down to the middle of the bunker. I ended up tripling that hole. That was my downfall. And then the next day, I went from 8th place to 30th starting day 2. I was just you were there
for fun.
Golf is hard. Hey, listen, I was happy to be down. It was 75 degrees all weekend, so nice. I was happy to be out of upstate New York. But I
got one real quick. So since you're going to college and now they allow the NILs and stuff with this, that pertains for the golf and everything as well, right?
We talked about this pre-recording.
Okay. They're not doing that yet at Providence.
Okay.
I think because they're private or something. I don't know what the situation is. They're still trying to figure it out.
Gotcha. My follow-up question was, do you try to use your social media influence to work that network of the NIL? But since Providence ain't doing it, we're not worried about it. But yeah, I was curious how that works.
I don't know when I get there. I don't know.
I don't even know what we feel about NIL.
Yeah,
I'm in your boat. I'm in your boat as well. Actually, we have another co-host that comes on once in a while, Mike. He's down in Florida, and Mike and Roger were actually going back and forth with the NIL. And Mike's against it. You're for it, right, Raj?
I'm for it. So like I told you, I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. That and I feel like college football. I love it. So I feel like it evens the playing field for all the schools now because like obviously the SEC back in the day was Nick Saban was dropping off duffel bags and Dodge Chargers to these kids under the table, but now everything's put up front and it's an even playing field. That no longer happens. So you're starting to see some of the small schools like Indiana making a run, and you got getting some top talent, keeping it in Miami opposed to going to Alabama or LSU and stuff like that. So it's kind of really making an even playing field is what I really like about it, opposed to watching Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson win for the last 15 years.
Even playing field, but doesn't at the end of the day doesn't money talk? I mean, you say like basically whoever shows the most money,
yeah, but
they has the most money they could spare. They're just
but not necessarily because they can get businesses behind it. So like a school could say Miami could go and get Callaway to sponsor their golf team. Now all these kids are paid by Callaway. They get all this Callaway gear, TaylorMade gear, Titleist, or wherever it is, and then they profit off it as well. And they said,
I'm a traditionalist, so I that's how I am. Bailey, listen, I get it. It's intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
It is intriguing.
It's certainly, you pay somebody a couple of $1 million because of their name, or because of, but that boy just got hurt. He had an NIL deal somewhere and went to UCLA,
Who?
and the quarterback. I can't think of his name, and he didn't do very well. But I'm a traditional guy. But if they want to pay my kid $10 million, I guess what are you going to say? No.
Yeah, take it. Well, now Charlie Woods, for instance, he just got a big NIL deal. I just seen him come across the thing.
Florida State.
That's easy.
But that is strictly because of the name. And I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to bash the kid or anything, but I do think that I don't think he'll ever be his dad. And I think there is thousands of kids out there that are just as good. But I mean, there's no doubt they're paying that kid because of the name, right?
Of course. I think so. I mean, wouldn't you want to have that's a huge name.
Yeah. And then you're gonna have Tiger walking around at events, at Florida State events.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, it is. It's a no-brainer. But guys, this was really fun. I'm gonna take a quick ad read for my sponsor. I'll let you guys listen.
You sent us 50 questions and we're done already.
Why? You want to keep going? Yeah. No, you went through reading. I didn't want to keep you guys on. I have a lot more I can keep going.
We're here. Listen, Anthony, we're here. Go.
I got more. I'm gonna give my sponsor a quick shout before you guys want to take a quick break, take a quick drink, and we will be back in about a minute and a half. And then I'll pause right after. We'll be right back, guys. Before we get back to the podcast, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Hudson Valley Indoor Golf, your go-to year-round indoor golf in the capital region. Located at 3143 Route 9, Suite 6 in Valatia, they've got 5 massive simulator bays with over 150,000 courses. So from Pebble Beach to your favorite local track or anywhere in between, they've got it. But it's not about playing the game, it's about getting better. Sharpen your game with PGA Pro Evan Silkworth. He offers private lessons, fittings, and practice programs. They have weekly leagues, and after the grind, kick back at the sports bar with a drink and watch the TV. And while you're at it, Hudson Valley Golf will bring your clubs back to life. From re-grips and re-shafts to lie, loft, and swing weight adjustments, their certified technicians will make your club feel brand new, so you can play better and feel confident with every swing. Check them out at hvigolf.com. That's hvigolf.com. Or go check them out in person at 3143 US Route 9, Suite 6 in Valatia, New York. Be sure to tell Evan the Upstate Golf Guys sent you. All right, thank you.
Unless you're done.
Listen, I got plenty more for you, Scott. I got plenty more. As always, I appreciate our great sponsor, Hudson Valley Indoor Golf. Make sure you go check them out if you are in the capital region. Bailey, do you ever get a chance to play in the simulators? I mean, I know you're down there in Florida, you play all year long outside, but if it's like too hot or something? No?
I soon will be going to simulators because
That's right.
Providence, they just built, I think they're building more, but they have a whole room that's
It's 3 right now. 3 simulators. They're gonna
Yeah,
build a few
they're
more.
going to build a few more. That's on property, which is amazing.
And
I
don't
love it.
forget, guys, their season is fall and spring,
Fall and spring.
Yep.
and they travel to Arizona, to California,
Yeah,
and during Christmas break, she'll come back down to Florida.
for a month.
So, I
She'll
mean,
be
she's
playing.
not gonna play that much cold golf.
No, you're right. I'll tell you what though about the simulator, and I tell everybody this. I like the simulators for full swings, like getting your swing speed, getting your numbers, the spin rate, all that. But I don't. You'll see if you play on it. Like the short game, like when you're like trying to like do a 40, 50-yard punch shot or something.
I can't judge a 50-yard.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like I
got to see it.
A lot of golfers are more about feel when you're around your short game and you kind of just see your distance. It's really, I mean, you could do it and you could even putt on those things. Like you could have your putting greens and you could putt into the screen. But I have to say, like, where it's at is when you're actually at the range and you're doing your full swings, you're getting your numbers down. You'll see. If you've never done it, you will, especially at your level, you'll enjoy it.
I've been on simulators before. I'm not the biggest fan of because it's not real. It doesn't feel real.
Right.
I'm from California, which is like I can play all year, and then Florida, I play all year. But I think it is a good
Plus the mats.
option for
That's
if
that
it is
many.
cold.
And the mats are horrible.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Oh, that's why I like that.
That's what hurt her wrist.
When you go to a range too, and all they have is mats. I hate that.
Pounding.
I just snapped my 4 hybrid. The club head went flying off because I hit down, like I hit before the ball, and the club head went flying into the screen. I'm like, come on, man! It's like the second one I broke at a range or on a simulator.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Roger. Sometimes he's a little.
So my biggest thing is I was a baseball player my whole life. I never played golf. And when I did play golf in high school, I'm a lefty baseball player. All my friends no one had left-handed clubs, so I just started golfing righty. And once I got into it at about 35, I still didn't have any lefty clubs. I grabbed my dad's old set out of the garage and just went out and taught myself to golf right-handed. So the first 2 years of golfing was literally just learning how to swing the club. Now I'm I don't know, I'm like a 13-something handicap, 14 handicap, but when I finished the season last year. But it took 3 years to be able to enjoy the game of golf before.
You swing lefty or righty?
I swing righty, but I bat lefty. Yeah.
It's tough.
A little ambidextrous.
Well, I know a lot of kids that are left-handed but swing right-handed or right-handed and swing left-handed. It's just how it comes
brain works,
natural to them.
Well, they also say to have your front, like that's the thing. Like I throw right-handed, so my dominant hand is my right. But when I'm golfing righty, my left hand is technically my front hand. So it's not my dominant hand. So I don't know. It's been working so far. I still can't get off the tee after 7 years, but we'll figure it out one of these times.
All right, takes time.
He just over swings on the tee box. He really does.
swing extremely fast.
He's got to slow things down, is what he has to do. Because when you're a good golfer, Raj. It's just when you're off, especially in those simulators.
I can't. I hate it.
You were so bad a couple weeks ago.
So, Bailey, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. So, like, me and Anthony both have young kids. What's some good ways to really get our daughters into? What was one thing when you were growing up and golfing with your father that really stood out to you when you were out in the course?
I think one of the things that stood out is after I made it to the 9th hole, there was this like little shack that sold food, and I would always get a cookie, like these cookies. They still sell them. They're called grandma cookies.
Oh yeah,
they were the best cookies. And I don't know, my dad just made it fun.
Well, thank you. You're being generous. You are. It was some days were rough.
Yeah.
So I have to ask. I know you guys obviously walk now when you're competing, but one of Maya's favorite things, my 9-year-old, to do when we go golfing is drive the golf cart.
Oh,
so
I used to do that.
Yeah, is that something that kind of had you like excited to go? Yeah.
But there were sprinklers going, and she'd run through the sprinklers.
Yeah.
And
you said you were building sand castles in the bunkers,
stuff like that.
That's great.
Try to make it fun, but it's look.
Because it is. I'm not gonna. It is kind of a boring game. Like if you think about it, it's fun. No, it's fun. But like, if there's a group in front of you that takes forever, especially in the tournament. Like I sometimes have rounds that are 6 hours long. I don't like.
No, that's one of my biggest pet peeves is slow play.
Me too.
I mean, I could play with some of the best golfers that are the slowest players, right? But then I could play which is miserable. But then I play with some of the worst golfers that are fast players, and that's actually more fun for me. Like when I play with Mikey Raj, like he's like a 20 handicap.
Our buddy Upstate Mike, he probably shoots high 90s to 100, and by the time I'm picking up my tee for my shot, he's hitting his ball. He's teed up and he's going. I'm like, let's go. We're off.
Ready golf. Ready golf.
That's
how we do it up here.
I wish. The boys in junior golf.
The boys
They think it's the Masters.
There's that, and then what we deal with on our tour, which nobody calls the people out.
Looking for the ball.
Looking for their ball for more than 3 minutes. And
I'll just give them one and say, come on, let's keep it moving.
You can't, Raj. You can't. Unfortunately, a lost ball is a penalty. But, and it's not only like I think should only really be you and your cart partner or you or because we do take carts in the AM tour. So it's you with somebody else. But when I see all 4 people go over looking for a ball, now they're all looking. Now they go over to the other guy's ball. Like those guys should be over by their ball waiting while the other guys are, you know what I mean? And it's like
ready
up
to go.
there ready. That's how I feel anyways.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to that situation, I feel like the person who's keeping the person's who like lost their ball score should go and help find it while the other players go and hit their ball. That's the way I like.
That's exactly.
That's how we do it. Yeah.
That's how it should be.
I feel like that's the better way of doing it.
So is that one of your biggest pet peeves? Would you say slow play in golf?
Yeah, it's.
Or when a marshal comes and grabs your ball.
That too. No, I would also say weather delays because I've had this tournament where I was in a really good groove, like tempo, and I was playing really well, and all of this. I was on hole 15, and then they blow the horn. For weather, and I think I waited 3 hours. And
like you tighten up. You're not the same person when you come out for those last 3 holes.
Yeah, and then I also had another tournament. I was on 18 green, and both of the other girls I was playing with finished. I had a 2-foot putt, and they blew the horn. I'm like, guys, come on!
Oh my god!
No, it was. I had to wait 4 hours
and finish it that night.
Yeah, and they let the other 2 girls I was playing with go.
That's brutal.
That's tough.
I'll tell you.
So
I'll add one more thing to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cheating.
Oh,
big time. I mean, come on.
I've seen people do it.
So
my wife has seen people do it, and it's really out of line.
Yeah.
Would you say would you say you see more now? I've seen both. I've seen both, and I don't hesitate to call people out. I really don't. I have a loud mouth.
Yeah, because there's nobody. If there's no other witness.
Yep.
Right.
So where I see it the most, and I've talked about this on my podcast, is where I see it the most. And I won't call names. I won't say drop a name because I don't do it, but I will say that I saw it clear as day is with strokes. Okay. A lot of people don't want to take that triple bogey, and they'll say, "Oh, I got a double," and they'll be like, and I'll say, "How did you get a double?" When I said, "So you 2-putted because you were you know what I mean? You were on in 4 or 5, right? You were putting for a bogey." I said, and you 3-putted, so you really got a triple or a quad. You know what I mean? It's like that's where I see it. I have seen people.
We had that issue with the PPPs. So I have a group of guys who play every Sunday. It was about 8 to 12 of us. And a couple of years ago, we had a guy who was my buddy, one of my really good friends who I trust quite a bit, pulled me aside after the round and goes, "Dude, I literally watched him drop the ball out of his pocket. Like he went in the woods looking for his ball and
I
the
know
ball,
who this is.
the old magic ball trick came down. Oh, I found it. We all just searched that area, dude. You did not find it. Like we were.
We have some money on the line as well. So I mean,
Yeah,
you know, you
and
can't
there's a
be.
couple bucks on the line. So shortly
Yeah.
after that, it was called out. A couple other. I gave him one more chance, and then it was called out again, and he was asked to no
Yeah, I
longer
would say a lot of
return.
the parents help.
Okay. I saw a woman
Oh.
drop a ball.
Oh my
Ugh.
god, that is terrible. That is terrible.
But you get
Yeah.
that. Like I can see it in especially in youth sports where the parents are living their dream through their kids, and like with coaching basketball this year, like I see how like crazy some of these people get with this stuff, and it's like just let the kids have fun, man. They're kids. It's not
I
about
see
that
it.
yet.
With the internet, I see some wild stuff with parents at these youth. Did you see the one at the basketball game where the guy?
That's what I'm talking about. He went across the court.
Yeah, he went across. Yeah, I mean, he like clotheslined this guy, and I'm like, this probably had nothing to even do with the kids. Like, you guys are just maniacs. And then you see, of course, at the hockey games all the time, parents getting in fights at
Yeah,
hockey.
they're living their dream through their kids, man. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's
No, I
wild.
believe we should make a reality TV show just on like 8-year-old U.S. kids golf. It's just the funniest thing because if a kid hits a bad shot, I did it. I look at my dad and be like, "You did this wrong. It's your fault."
How did you handle that, Scott?
You eat it.
You take it on the chin.
Every kid and parent is just arguing
Gotta
the
eat
entire
it. I
time.
mean, what am I gonna get
It's
into
so
it?
funny.
And we've gotten into arguments out there, and you know, you how old are your kids? How old are your girls?
8 and I got an 8-year-old.
I
Yeah.
have a 9 and a 4-year-old.
Yeah, I mean, I go down the fairway talking to myself, and she hears me talking to
We
myself.
still do.
When I think, something just drives me crazy. Just what my famous one is, you've got all this fairway and you hit it here. You've got all this. And I'm talking to myself 200 yards down the fairway. She hears me.
But you're screaming it.
Because I would lost my mind. It's a funny thing. My wife says to me, "Can you act differently?" I said, "No, I'm not that good an actor. I can't control my emotions. I just can't."
Or if like he's in a golf cart, and if I miss a putt, or if I hit this bad shot, or like I chunk a shot, he will drive so fast, and there's always a wooden bridge, and you hear him. I fired him 8 times as my
Oh,
cat.
you have? That was going to be one of my questions. I was going to say, Bailey, have you ever came to the point where you had to almost fire your dad?
Almost.
I've done it 8 times.
Wow.
That's
wow.
great.
Yeah.
That is so funny. But I'm sure she comes begging back before the next tournament,
No,
Scott.
No,
Not necessarily.
not really. I just wait till she cools down and she doesn't say, "Please be my caddy." It just sort of happens organically again. So
No, we have been pretty good the last 2 tournaments.
we have been pretty good.
We haven't been arguing. We've been pretty good.
Listen,
It's,
I will tell you guys this, and I don't. You as dads will learn so much about parenting from playing golf with your child. It's absolutely amazing, and as crazy as I can be, and as stupid as I can be out there, I've learned so many lessons from being with her, from her, and from the environment that will take me, however many years I have left, will take me through the rest of my life. So you'll have to, you'll I hate the word reflect. You'll think it,
What?
Because it's just, I hate that word. Politicians, when I reflect on this, shut up. When you think about it later, you go, you know what? That was an important lesson that I learned, and you try not to do it again. But you're human.
And this is also a time too, Bailey, where you're going to look back down the road and look. The time you're getting to spend with your father on the golf course is something that it's irreplaceable.
Yes,
So
the greatest. Yes, the greatest.
Absolutely.
Amen. Absolutely. And I even just going with Maya, taking her, I've been taking her to the sim over at HVI Golf, spending an hour a day over there golfing. I just can't wait to spend that time on the golf course. I mean, what an amazing relationship you guys have, and you get to spend on the golf course. Now, Scott, one of the questions.
I'll tell you what. Hold that. I'll tell you one story
I got it. Go ahead, please.
That a guy named Kevin Craggs told me. He's the head of golf at IMG. I would go into his office, I'd see him, and I'd say, "Kevin, why?" And this might help you. Why does she do A, B, and C? Why?
Why does she chunk it?
Whatever it is. Why does she not? Why does she go for the most ridiculous shot? She's not Phil Mickelson. She can't hit it through. Just hang on. She'll try it, and I'm going, what the hell? So Kevin says to me, Scott, you're looking at the game through your eyes. She looks through hers.
Yeah.
Can't do that. And I went,
Wow.
Right.
Yeah, it makes all the sense.
Absolutely right. Sorry, go ahead.
With you saying that, I'm looking back to, we just finished up the basketball season, and the whole time I'm looking at the game through my eyes, to where I'm trying to teach her something that just doesn't relate at this age, or something I know from playing for 30 years or whatever, and 40 years. So yeah, I can relate to that.
You look at it totally differently than she does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Bailey, you were gonna say something. You were gonna hop in. Do you remember?
There's been times where I've tried to go for hero shots and it was not it.
No.
And then times where she's hit shots, I go, who the hell just hit that? Oh my God. I mean, like a shot that McIlroy would hit, and I'd say, holy God, just ridiculous lie, downhill lie, over water, have to hook it around a tree, 200 yards, bang, 6 feet from the stick.
But that's why she tries those hero shots, because that 1 out of however money that she nails, man.
1 out of 50.
And missed the putt.
Yeah.
Stop! Don't!
It's almost like that Bert Kreischer video, though, Ant, where Bert Kreischer's like, I don't play golf for the layup. He goes, I'm going for it. I'm going for it every time.
My God. And you sit there like this. Oh, God,
please. Well, same thing like I asked you earlier. What's more nerve-wracking, the acting or watching her line up for a 5-foot putt? I mean, even the putts, sure, you have all the silence, and you're just watching her. You just want nothing but that ball to hit the bottom of the cup.
Right.
And I'm sure you feel her pain. You feel it when she misses that putt.
My pain is worse.
Yeah. You on the green, Scott, do you read the putts, or is it more Bailey that tells you how she thinks they're going to go?
When I'm caddying?
Yeah.
I help. But then at the end of it, it's hers. Yeah. It's her decision to make.
Well, yeah.
But
you don't want to get fired. You don't want to get fired at ninth time.
No, but I'm not hitting.
It was close. It was close.
But I'm not hitting the shot. I'll walk it and see what I think it's doing, and then she'll walk it and putting is everything.
Yep.
So
I'm actually working my putting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough game. You work with a putter company. They've been you said this pre-recording. They've been with you since you were 8 years old. Why don't you tell me a little bit about that sponsor?
Cool.
Yeah, so I've been sponsored by Seymour Putters. Well, I'm a brand ambassador. So this was before NIL and all of that, because I was 8 years old and this was 2016. So
you're basically getting free putters anytime you want one.
Yeah. Pretty much. I remember the first putter they sent me, they had my initials all imprinted. No, imprinted in
engraved.
It.
Yep.
Engraved. Yeah. I remember they asked me, "What color do you like?" And I said, "My favorite color is blue, but I don't know." I said, "Pink. I want pink." And
you have grips.
And then they also Rosemark grips. They had a contract with Rosemark Grips, but I'm still with them.
Okay.
Rosemark Grips is a great company. They launched the same time as Superstroke did.
Okay.
But honestly, I think they are a lot better than Superstroke. I think Rosemark lasts a long time. I think I haven't get a new putter grip. I think this one I've had for
I think
almost a year.
Once you settle on a new putter, you'll change the grip.
Almost a year. But yeah.
You also have In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the other sponsors.
Nice.
So I'm sponsored by In-N-Out. I'm also wearing my socks.
Love it.
I'm also wearing green for St. Patrick's Day.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But that was a really weird experience how I got that. I was at Disneyland, and we were in Club 33, which is a private club that's at Disneyland. I'm a big Disney nerd. I love Disney. But
I mean, listen, I'm still paying off my credit cards from Disney when I took the kids.
No doubt. I want to
That's
hear
the
it.
only. That's my only downfall is it broke me, but I loved it. Super magical. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bailey.
no,
Continue.
you're fine. So I remember I had an In-N-Out head cover on my bag, and I was talking to this guy. I was like, my mom got me this Chick-fil-A hat. I might start wearing it for golf because maybe they might sponsor me. That'd be so cool. And he's like, no, you're not gonna wear Chick-fil-A. I'm like, what? And he's like, no, you're gonna wear In-N-Out burger. I'm
In-N-Out.
like, and I didn't know who I was talking to. It turns out I was talking to the VP of In-N-Out.
No
Yeah.
way.
Cool, but what's the coolest thing
Oh,
he gave you?
I get burgers for life.
That
Nice.
is amazing.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So I have this coin, and it's this little silver coin, and I go to any In-N-Out burger I want to, and I show it to them, and they
You give
give
her
me
a free
they give me a
burger.
burger.
Wow. So
That's cool.
Okay.
They always have to ask their manager.
Do you
to
have
come.
one? Do you have one near you down there in Sarasota?
No,
They're-
Oh God, I was gonna
They're
say,
west.
how do you stay so skinny?
it's horrible.
Yeah,
They're out west and down
very
south
sad.
in Midwest. Yeah.
You don't have them. You don't have them up east, do you?
No, they're
No.
We
not.
just
North-
we just
north-
we just got
Oh,
a
they're
Chick-fil-A.
not
We just got a Chick-fil-A up here 2 years ago.
That was our first. Yeah. That
Yeah,
was
like
Yeah.
Sonic and Chick-fil-A were exciting news for this area. Yeah,
We first thing we do when we go to LA is go to In-N-Out burger.
yeah.
Yeah,
I had one down in
burgers
Texas.
are great.
The best. Anyway,
We have what's the famous burger? Five Guys is around
That's
here.
like
I
our.
Five Guys.
Okay.
No,
I used
I mean,
to, but not anymore.
yeah, if you want to eat 2,500 calories in a sitting, it's
Oh,
great.
It's
You know,
like we do the 3 patties. I'm like,
It's
I
a
don't
lot.
want
It's a
that.
lot.
It's too much.
Much.
Too much.
it is.
Yep.
All right, a couple questions, a couple Spitfire questions, and then can we let you go, Scott? Is that all
Sure.
right? I'm just teasing you. I'm kidding. All right. What is so we heard Bailey's favorite courses she played. What is a dream course that you would love to get to in the near future?
Is this for me and my dad?
You.
For you.
Oh, obviously Augusta.
Come on. Yeah, let's go. And that's coming
Yeah.
up next month.
What's
That's
option 2 though? Because everybody's gonna say Augusta. What's your second option?
Oh, I want to say St.
Oh no,
Andrews.
you want to play the WM?
Yeah, Waste
Oh, Waste
Management.
Management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is I mean, I don't want to
Ooh,
jump
think
ahead.
progress.
I don't want to jump ahead too much. We got college coming up, and you're going to take college nice and slow. But I mean, is your goal the LPGA? I mean, is that what we're hoping for?
That's the goal. I'm
I
trying.
mean, it's got to
Heck
be.
yeah.
Absolutely. Keep that grind. You'll get there. I mean, you got a great swing and you got a great head on your shoulders. You have a great support system. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. I think you're going to go a long way. And
Absolutely.
you have a new fan here from upstate New York. We'll be rooting for you for
I
sure.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Couple more questions. These are fun ones. I know Roger closes out with one of our favorite questions. He knows what that one is. But what's your favorite? Everybody has a good snack on the golf course. What's your favorite go-to snack on the golf course?
I would like to say salami.
Salami. That is so funny because Brantley Lott's favorite snack was ham. He's like, yeah, I just bring cold cuts and ham. And he's like, and I just
Oh,
eat
I
ham.
used to do the same thing. I used to get budding. Was it budding?
Buddingham.
Budding ham. Just rip it open and I just eat the
Just-
entire thing like
That's.
a sandwich.
I have a buddy who does
protein.
that. Yeah.
Protein, baby, protein.
Know what the
All right.
best is? Uncrustables is the most underrated snack going.
We
though.
just got them.
I love Uncrustables.
Yeah.
I didn't know about these things until about 8 years ago when I had a kid. If I knew about it, I would have lived off them for 30 years.
Fantastic.
All right, so it's you're in Florida. It's very hot. Midsummer, would you rather play early in the morning and get the round over with? This is a practice round. This isn't competitive. Would you rather play an early morning round, bright and early, first tee time, or would you rather play early evening round just as the sun is going down? What's your favorite time of the day to play?
Well, tournament, I would like to have early tea times.
Early
But
morning.
because I always wake up early. I don't sleep in.
You're an
But
early bird.
I would say later in the day
Yeah.
for practice because I don't want to wake up early for practice.
Plus, later in the day, you are going to avoid. I mean, at least on my local course, is this situation. You're going to avoid those crowds. You're going to avoid those slow plays. I mean, yeah, you usually move along
play midday.
right in the heat.
That's what I do.
Bring it on.
12:30.
Nobody out there.
Nobody out there. Now, our buddy Mike, he's down in Florida. He doesn't play like the whole month of July. He says
He takes
really
like July off because it gets way too hot. He says.
It's not that hot, is it?
No.
We got kicked off our home course in LA
Because it was 122 degrees.
And you
we
guys,
were playing,
God,
and I said to the guy, "I'm fine." He's no, you got to go. You guys got to go.
Damn.
Take this one.
Wow. Yeah, I'll play in anything because we sit in the cold for 6 months. So if it's 120 degrees, I'm out there. I'll never complain about the heat. I'll cry all winter long, but I'm not going to complain about the heat.
we played the one, was it 4th of July, Raj, a couple of years ago when it was like 105 and then humidity. And what I did was I learned this from my buddy who's actually Kareem. He used to do this. He's from the Middle East. He said, this is what we used to do. He took a towel. This is how they got turbans from. But that's what I took my golf towel. I would put it put the ice water, and then I'd put it around my head. I'll tell you what, that works. They got something there, them guys with those turbans. It works. Keeps it cool, man. And that's what I did when it was like 105 degrees. Good little trick for you if you want to stay cool. Put a wet towel on your head, wrap it around your head. You'll be good to go.
Anthony.
You just look a little goofy. You look a little goofy. That's all.
So, Bailey, real quick, did you have, since your father was in acting and stuff, did you have any, was that ever a thought in your, maybe trying that out down the line?
Like, I've done a few things. I hate the audition process. I did an audition when I was in 5th grade for Are You Smarter Than the 5th Grader? It was a Nickelodeon show with, I think John Cena was the main guy.
Okay.
It was very brutal. They treat you like a number. They treat you like, I remember I had a number here, and then on the back. And then
oh my God.
They had to they brought in 8 kids?
Yeah, they're mean.
They brought in 8 kids, and we had to bring in we had to answer a few questions, and then we had to bring in a show and tell object. I brought my putter. And after, because they filmed it, they had to film it for the I don't know, they had to film it. And I remember after they were like, we don't like you. Like they really told these kids we don't like you because of this. And it was just a very, very cruel.
Don't get her wrong. She loves to be on stage.
Yeah, I love musical theater. I used to do musical theater.
And she has a ball.
Yeah. It's just not, I'd rather be golfing on TV than.
Well,
gotcha. I like that.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
like that.
I mean, I don't know. Scott probably saw a lot of, you were in Hollywood and you were in it all. I'm not sure it's something you would even, I don't know if you would want your daughter to even stick with golf is what I'm saying. I think golf is a better route than Hollywood anyways. Right, Scott? Nowadays.
I agree. Yes.
All right.
Nice.
That's all I'm going with that. But guys, this was Raj.
Raj's question.
Raj has a question. This is my favorite question. Raj, for Bailey.
Bailey, you're playing in the national championship for Providence, right? You're walking up to the first tee in the last day. What's the walk-up song you're gonna have?
Oh.
Back in Black, AC/DC.
Oh, all right.
I love it. All right.
Nice.
Mine's I always say the Crazy Train for Ozzy. So
there you go.
That's always a good one too. That's cool. A good one too. I love to hear it. But guys, listen, this was a ton of fun.
This is really cool.
I really appreciate your time again. I know we've been working on getting Bailey on for a couple weeks now, and enjoy the rest of your spring break. Any fun plans for the rest of the week, Bailey? Or are you just gonna chill out?
Just chilling out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Catch up, recharge the batteries. Any
Practice.
Golf. That's it. Yeah. I love it.
Well, Bailey, best of luck up at Providence.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you back on in the future, see how things are going. And Scott, honor to meet you, man. Been watching you since back in the day when I was a youngster watching Charles in Charge, man. So really cool to get a chance to chop it up with you.
Yeah, it really is.
Be
Absolutely,
good.
guys. We appreciate you. And thank you for all the listeners for tuning in to another episode of the Upstate Golf Guys podcast. We'll catch you all next time.
Thank you.
God bless.
Hot dreams, feel the breeze, fairways calling down the tease, roll it smooth, Lombardi's tight, drip on the